Good morning. We're recovering our bean head and semi truck from the double crop field last night. What do you guys say?
Hi.
Hi, or good morning. Anyway, we are gonna get this taken home and then get the combine ready to do corn again. Come on, baby. Dig.
Are you stuck?
No, just had to put the four-wheel drive on. Okay, we're gonna leave that there behind or next to the new barn in the back.
It's actually taller than my thumb.
As soon as we get a day where we're not busy shelling corn and doing other stuff, that can be cleaned up. Blow it off with the leaf blower and or air compressor, and then get it power washed and stick it in the barn. The bean head is kind of the one thing that we don't go through and do all the maintenance on before we put it away, as opposed to when we get it out for next year, and that's because we want to get it cleaned up and put away before we're done with harvest and not take the time to go through it. So we'll get it out before wheat harvest next summer, end of June, and put new knives on it and go through and do the maintenance then. Okay, we got our corn head picked up again. We got to hook up the PTO shaft and the hydraulic connector there. This should be the last time we have to hook it up this year. We don't have any more reasons to take it on and off, because we can drive down the road with it on. All of our fields are close, so that's good. All right, but yeah, we gotta hook that up. We gotta put our Stalk stomper back on. Wait for Phil to get back so we can go combine corn. We're taking a few minutes to do some chauffeur training this morning, and he's taking me back to the combine. Quality service, I tell you right there. He's becoming more useful. So we've got a little field just down the road here. He can drive behind the seed warehouse, behind that trees over there, all the way over to right across the road from where we're going with the gator. And I can take the combine down there, get the end rows, and then we can bring the gator back to get the grain cart. So, you know, he's chauffeuring me around, and it's awesome. The kid made it, did a great job. We got our chopper reset up for corn, switched our rotor drive. That's all we've got to do from the outside. We do have a bunch of settings to change from the inside, from the double crop beans yesterday to corn today. Combines nowadays, man, I tell you what, they just adjust all by themselves. Done. Ready to shell. Okay, chauffeur, I need my grain cart. You gonna take me back?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. My chauffeur's fired. You're fired.
No, I'm not.
Gosh, dang. You can't get any more unlucky than that. All right, I'm gonna drive because we gotta get back to the farm before this tire goes flat. I'm gonna pull that out of there. It's hitting the fender and it's gonna leak.
Daddy. I didn't know that thing was in the field.
Not your fault, bud. You never would have saw it. We gotta go though. Let's go. Get in.
Hurry.
Dang. Ah, bummer. We made it, but we're gonna have a flat tire when we come back. I suppose I should film something in this field. We got the front part of it done. That's the good part of this farm. This kind of weird shaped around this house here, and the back is all high ground and by the trees and generally not as good. So our average made it up to 206 before we started back here, and that was even with the passes along the trees already included. So now we've got a bunch of end rows to do, and the problem with 24-row planters in small spaces is you get lots of end rows that go all over the place, and it is hard to it's just hard because like these rows curve out, then they dead end into other rows, and how do I get them? It was in fact all end rows back here, but we got it. Hey, that'll work. 201 on this farm. That's real good. All right, we are doing some fuel in here. Not that we really need it because we filled up last night in the field there. But I figure we're going to a big field, we might as well be full. And well, we're 70 gallons into it, so it needed some. Phil got that last load of double crop beans hauled in, and I added up all the scale tickets. 37.6 was the actual average there. So the combine was reading a little bit high. I don't ever trust it when you have drastically varying conditions or something drastically different than what it has been in. So this combine has what we call the active yield, or what John Deere calls active yield. Basically, there's some weigh pads in the combine hopper that self-calibrate the yield monitor on it. It works fairly well until you do something like that. Like, it had been calibrating in our normal beans that were yielding in the 60s, right? So then you go to something that's 30s and it's off a little bit. Now, it was only off by 5 bushels, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, 37. That's a win. That's good. Dad went and got the sprayer from Berkey this morning. We are going to spray some fall corn stalks. Some of these fields that we're just finishing harvest here, we're going to spray Roundup and 2,4-D on to kill the winter annuals, any weeds that are growing out there. Seems to help keep them much cleaner in the spring. Now, where did he go? Rylan came running out here. I thought he was out here getting stuff around, but I don't see him. Well, my combine seed time is over with. We're moving to this field right up here. Dad's gonna run the combine because this is half-mile long rows. There should be really good corn. We should get a lot of bushels off here, and we're gonna need to run a grain cart. Won't be able to make rounds with the combine. Yeah, 75, 76 acres, something like that up here. I don't know if we'll get it done today or not. We're gonna find out. It's a bummer that I'm not in the combine though, because it's a Saturday afternoon, gonna be, and there's football on, and well, I need this iPad. I have to use that one for what I'm actually doing. I don't have to use the one in the combine for what we're doing. Had to go get a truck. We don't have a great spot to pull trucks out of this field, so we always just park them right on the road there. The problem with pulling them in on these ends right here is that on the way out, there's a bridge right here, and there's a sign post right there. And there's no way to make that swing in that corner without taking that sign out and screwing everything up. So it's not ideal, but it's how we have to do it here. Getting the end rows opened up. Rylan's gonna jump in with me for a while, I guess. Dad's gonna cut us a hole here next to these electric poles that we gotta screw around with, which are always super fun. I need a thumbnail for today, so I thought I would, get one from here. I don't know if this is it or not, but it's a good video. All right, well, we've gotten a couple of trucks full. It's lunchtime. We got the field opened up. We've got enough corn to keep the dryer moving. So we're gonna take this other truck home and go grab some food, and we'll come back and keep working our way across here. Let's see, we've got almost 10 acres done. 211. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome corn. This is the field where I have my one of my V5 fungicide trials. So yeah, so yes. We sprayed some Trivapro at V5 and then left an untreated no V5 fungicide check strip, and then used my generic Quadris on the other side of the field. It will be interesting to see if there's any difference between those and what kind of return we got from that this year. I know that practice works. I've tested it over and over and over. It pays every single time. It's just a matter of, is it 5 bushel, 10 bushel, or 20 bushel advantage? And the big thing will be, is there a difference between the two fungicides? Is there a reason to pay for the premium fungicide at that time versus the cheap fungicide? Back from lunch. Early afternoon nap time. Dad's opening up some more end rows. We're working around this little building site here, but our rows are running this way, so we got all the ones back there done, which you can't see. And we got up to here, going through, but now we gotta do these ends, and then the first pass along the road actually curves and goes along the road on that end, so I'll be down here for a little bit. Just watching Dad do these ends, and I noticed a problem. Bracket broke. The whole bracket is broke on our pretty easy. There's just a pin to pull that held the other side on. So we just took it off. The actual bracket is broken. We'll have to fix it, find a new U-bolt. Not worth shutting the combine down for right now, so just throw it off to the side. He's full. This is the first full pass all the way through from end to end in the long rows. He was empty on the other end because we went down there and emptied, and then he was trying to cut a hole here. He's gonna make it. Not by a lot. Oh, here we got a little deer.
2 deers so far.
2 deers. Probably the same one twice. Let's see what this pass yielded. Had to be pretty darn good corn because he's relatively full. Wait for him to get lined up and everything to clear out of the combine. We like to dump going towards the trucks. The trucks are on this end of the field, so he'll go back down this way and then we'll catch him on the go on the way back. There's not enough, or you know, obviously we can't unload on the go when he's just coming through the middle there, so one on the end is no big deal. Wait for him to get stopped because he can't talk on the mic while he's turning and trying to use his hands in there. So what did one pass through the middle yield?
233.
233. Well, that's good.
As you can see, it's out of the plastic window.
Yep, up in the plastic window. Good deal. Time for tractor driving lessons again. Not too sharp. You don't want to turn too short. Okay, push that forward so we go a little bit faster. No, just push the whole thing forward so we go a little faster. There you go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You gotta get over here. Okay, push it. Now don't touch the steering wheel.
Okay.
Okay, you made it. He's full.
How much have we got done?
How much have we got done? I don't know. I'll have to look in a little bit. Okay, see how it's starting to pile up on our camera back there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so over on your display, you see those arrow buttons?
Arrow what? Arrow what?
On the side, the arrow buttons on the top. Over on the side, dude. Buttons with arrows on them, man. This isn't that hard.
Oh.
Push the top one. Okay, so that moves us forward a little bit. So now he's dumping a little bit farther back on the grain cart. He's empty, so we're just keeping the unloading auger running until we get up to the end here, because if we don't, he can't make it back to the far end of the field. Our truck here is full. We've got a few minutes before we got to be back to catch Grandpa again, and well, there goes the truck. So he's got to go down to the corner and get turned around and come back, but I think we'll have time to get empty and still catch him. All right, well, we got caught up here. Staying? I wanted to get out and show you something. So we had to take those 2 stalk stompers off on the combine because that bracket broke, right? And so you'll notice what our stompers do. Like even these that are standing straight up, they're broken off at the base, right? They've been leaned over, all of them. But as you watch the combine go by, and that one there might be the thumbnail, you'll notice that these outside 2 are not broken off. And so what we get now is this tire running them over, and it's making that tire wet because it's squeezing all the juice out of that row of stalks. So that one's still getting smashed, but the whole point of the stompers is to have them already leaned over, like these ones are, so that when the tire rolls over them, it just kind of rolls back on them. Now what's happening is we have this row that looks like this, and these are not broken over, and they're stiff. And so that tire's coming down right on top of these, and it's gonna cause wear in the tread right in the center of it. That's why we put the stalk stompers on, because we were seeing that before, and we're trying to prevent the tire wear. So I don't like that this row is doing that, and that we've got to get it put back on there and fixed, but it's a tire wear thing. It's not a shut the combine down thing, right? And so you can see how much more rigid that these stalks are than what we've got over here. Even this one's that's standing up they're broken off and they flop all over the place. So that's what our stalk stompers do, and they do a really good job of it. You can kind of see that from here because it's this side of the head. So the one stalk row goes outside of the duals and remains standing. The other one goes between the duals, standing, and then that rear tire is smashing it, and it's going to cause some stubble wear. Now it's something that's going to add up over time and not happen instantly. Like we ran the first 2 years with this combine without those stalk stompers at all. That's when we were starting to notice, hey, these tires are getting some stubble damage to them. Maybe we should do something about it. Hence putting the stalk stompers on the corn head. So anyway, that's where we're at with that. Well, we got another truck, and then Dad decided to take a little break, so we'll probably get another one. We'll be caught up and be fine, which is good. Let's see, we got 20,000 on the cart. We're getting about 30,000 on a round, maybe a little more. So it is a lot. So we'll probably have, not quite, but close enough to a full truck at the end of this one. I don't know if they'll make it back or not, but whatever, it's fine. This is really good corn. What is it? Huh?
Crunch.
Crunch? Close.
Crunch.
No. What does the SH sound like?
Crush.
Crush. That's right. Good job. We are going to make an attempt to fly the drone again, although I don't have a picture, and that's going to be a problem if I don't have a picture. It's acquiring GPS signal. We'll see what happens here. Well, there was some technical difficulties there. The first, I got the drone up. It flew better than the last time. Last time I couldn't even get it up in the air, so that's good. However, my machine sync was kicking out the first round that we were trying to fly it. I don't know if that's interference from the drone or something else, but we got a little bit of video and then a lot of nothing. And then we managed to get a second round in and got some videos and some pictures, and so now I'm trying to get them downloaded to my phone so we can use them and edit them. We are about full though. We've got a full truck. We've got 37,000 on the cart. We're gonna make this last round, so we've got another full truckload, and then we are going to have to go empty trucks because we've caught the trucks with our 8-row corn head that we can't possibly shell fast enough to get done ever. We have caught the trucks and have to shut the combine off to empty them because we have too much corn. Well, we've been able to keep moving here. We took a quick 5-minute break on the end of the field one time, and Phil kind of caught up, and every time I think we're gonna have to stop, we get another truck. So he just left when I was pulling up with the last pass with the loaded truck, and the truck that he brought is now full because we were at a full cart. So we can make this round and one more, and we'll see if we get another truck. But we're moving right across here. We're well over half done with this field.
Ask Grandpa if I can go.
Okay, Rylan wants to switch drivers. We'll tell him at the end of the field, okay?
No, yeah, but at the end of this pass, I want to go with you.
Okay, that'll be fine.
All right, well, we've got a truck full. There's some in the cart here. 18,000, one dump. Combine's empty. I don't like that he is acting like he's shutting it down for the night. I don't want to quit for the night. It's like 7:30. We have 17 acres left. We can finish this. There's no reason not to finish this, but we're going to take that truck back to help Phil catch up. Otherwise, we're going to sit here and wait. And Rylan needs to go home because apparently he has homework to do tonight. So I am counting on coming back, but it's not looking promising. We're not coming back. He says, should I lock it? That means we're not coming back. It's fine. It's fine. 17 acres to go. We got lots of wet corn anyway. The dryer's moving. We got enough wet corn to dry all night. We were back at the farm. That orange light up there just came on, so that's exactly where the level is in our bin. It was not when I got here, and then Phil emptied that truck. So we've got a lot of wet corn. We probably would have room to get it done tonight, but I can tell that Dad does not want to go back, and I kind of said, and I made him. I think I made him feel bad. So we're not gonna go back because it really doesn't benefit us a ton anyway. Because I mean, we've got the wet corn. As long as the dryer is moving, we're going as fast as we can. We are running the third batch through the top dry. Phil got that fired up this morning. So let's see if this is still burning. It might be just the fan. It's cooling down now. There's no flame. Otherwise, it'd be cool to see in the dark. But that's helping us keep up too a little bit. We'll get a little more done being able to drive through both of those. It's just a pain in the butt to use both of these at the same time because this one here, it can't run out of corn, and when it needs corn, you have to let it fill. But we only have one leg, and so when we're trying to fill that bin, and then this one needs it, you got to stop and switch it back, and it's just a pain. Okay, going home. Phil's gonna get the dryers all whatever situated. We're gonna let the grain handler, the continuous flow dryer, dry for a while tonight, hopefully till like at least midnight or later. And then because tomorrow is Sunday, we're going to church in the morning, and so we'll have the morning that we can let it dry before we'll get any more wet corn here. So well, I'm gonna come and start it up early tomorrow morning, let it run all morning, and hopefully by noon we're about out of wet corn. I think Brock's coming tomorrow so he can run cart. I get to get back in the combine. Dad's going to do some spraying on some corn stalks. And we're going to keep pecking away at this. Our weather is turned pretty good right now. Like, we have a pretty decent forecast. Till midweek, at least. It looks like we're going to be able to get some stuff done. So that is a good thing. We're pecking away at this corn harvest. It's moving pretty quickly. We're going to figure out where we're going to go after this next one. The corn was 24% today for 110-day corn that we're in. We'll take that. I'm happy with it. So have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching today. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, leave them down below in the comments section. And I will see you guys tomorrow for day, I don't know, what are we on, 200 harvest? Something like that.